What's going on, guys? So today on this video I just wanted to talk to you about why you should not buy a Glock in 2025. And I don't say this because I hate Glocks. I love Glocks, but I don't think they're worth it, to be honest. And hold on before you lose your shit. I know a lot of people are like, Glock is the only way. Well, not anymore. The reason Glock was so popular, obviously they were the first polymer strike fire pistol, and because of that they owned the licensing and the copyrights to it, so no one was able to replicate what they had, and they had an amazing system. So a couple years ago it expired, and that's why you see so many Glock clones, like the Shadow Systems, and I mean just a million of them, the PSA Dagger. Just a bunch of things that are compatible with Glock Gen 3 and Gen 4 parts, since that's what the patent expired on. So anyway, I'm going to tell you why I don't think you should buy a gun. So let me break this down. The reason why I don't think you should buy a Glock is because a factory Glock is super basic. I mean, their triggers are trash. And this one, I actually have a ghost connector trigger. But it's so mushy, it's so heavy, such a long travel, and then it breaks. I actually have a ghost connector on this one, the Rocket 3.5. It's definitely not 3.5 pounds too, that's a lie. But what it does do is give you a shorter travel, and then it almost pushes your finger for that reset. Very audible. Go back, show you that one more time from the beginning. You're going a bunch of travel, then boom, breaks, and with that connector it will pop, which I do like that. So it's a very basic gun. I actually hate the way stock Glocks feel, so I stipple all of my Glocks. But you can pick one up for about $500, $550. You know, a 45 or a 19. I don't like the 19s because they're too short on my hand and my pinky sticks off. But Glock 45 I believe is the way to go, but I don't like the way they feel. So I guess what I'm trying to say is for $500 to $600, I believe there are better options that you can go with nowadays besides getting a Glock. And if yes, you can make a Glock amazing. This is my my Glock build, and this thing shoots phenomenal. I hit 100 yards with it the other day on a 7-inch target. The Ramjet, the Trijicon HD. Very nice optic, by the way, just really expensive. Timney trigger. Those are controversial. I love them. Some people hate them. They say they suck. I say that they suck because they don't know how to work on guns or do anything. That's why they say it sucks, but it is a phenomenal trigger, and paired with like a Timney trigger, paired with like a Johnny Glock's trigger shoe and bar. I mean, like that, to me, that is the best you're gonna get for a Glock. But in this Glock itself, and I'm saying this MSRP, like if you were to buy everything from the manufacturer themselves, is about $3,000 on this Glock right here to get something that you can potentially buy a nice double stack 2011, you know what I'm saying, for $2,000 and have an amazing gun. Why spend that type of money on a Glock to make it perform the same way? So to me, unless you really just love Glocks, I don't think that's the way to go. Clearly, I really do like Glocks, so it was worth it for me to go that route. But there's a difference. Just like, you know, guns are tools, right? And there's a difference between a duty gun, a range gun, a self-defense gun, and all that type of stuff. So if you're going to have, this is my work gun, I keep it as stock as possible. I did switch the barrel. I don't count optics or lights as modifications, but I kept it as stock as possible because God forbid you ever get into a situation, and I live in a Republican state, But God forbid you ever get into a situation that you need to use your gun for self-defense. I don't care if you're a security officer. I don't care if you're a cop. It doesn't matter what you are in court. They will hound you, and I promise you they will, for every single little modification that you have to your gun against you. And I know this from experience. So I try to keep things as stock as possible, because if you've never been through one of those situations, believe me, you don't want to be, especially in a freaking blue state. That, I mean, you're pretty much, you're more, it's easier for you to get off as a criminal than a law-abiding citizen. So let's just say that. So, for example, the Echelon over here, it's a great gun. You're going to get slide serrations, so you can make press checks and reloading easier. Compensated already. I mean, this gun costs me the same as a stock Glock. You're going to get a better trigger from factory. Less travel, everything. So it comes with a speed ledge, pretty much, from factory. Slide serrations. Here in the back, you have a place to pull if you like doing it that way. I prefer to do it this way. But you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. So, and guns nowadays are very reliable. So I say that if you want a gun for the range, specifically for the range, for having fun, target shooting and all that, buying a Glock is going to be not beneficial. I don't see it being beneficial. Get yourself a nice 2011 or a Walter PDP Pro or something where you're going to get that amazing trigger stock. You're going to get a lot more features than you're going to get from a basic 2x4 Glock. But now, let's say you just want a self-defense gun and you're going to keep it stock. It's just, you know, something like that. I don't see nothing wrong with the Glock. You're going to get horrible sights, plastic sights that square. I mean, Glocks, they don't give you anything. But if you want to spend some extra money, it could be a great gun. But in 2025, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. There's so much better options out there than buying a Glock. So that is why I think that you should not buy a Glock unless you just want to buy one and keep it stock for self-defense. But as far as the range goes and duty guns, I believe that there's better ways to spend your money. So, yep, that's how I feel. I said it. You can hate me for it, but it is the truth. It is the truth. Whether you want to admit it or not, it is the truth. And that's coming from a Glock fanboy myself. So, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm sticking to my guns. Literally. Have a good one. Oh, I almost forgot. I had this one here for a reason. So, pretty much, like I said, even for self-defense, you're going to get, you can buy a gun that has undercuts. Look at this speed ledge over here. You know, compensated already. Amazing ergonomics. Very thin gun. And 17 plus 1. Yes, you can buy a Glock 43. It's a little bit bigger than this. And you get, what, 10 rounds or something like that? I don't even know. It's just like... So even for self-defense and carry guns, it's just there's no reason to buy a Glock in 2025. Unless that is just something that you love. So, anyways, I forgot to show you guys this one. This is my X Macro. Awesome gun. You really don't get much slide serrations on it, but you still get a good grip. I did do some modifications to it. I have a fluted barrel. I forgot what it's from. Might be Rival Arms. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I had this for so long. But Icarus precision grip. And the modularity compared to a Glock, this frame is not serialized. So you can just buy frames. You can buy... There's, like, that's what I'm saying. There's so many options available now that, to me, it's stupid to go out and buy a Glock to spend a couple grand on it to get it to perform or be as good as other guns. So, yeah, don't do it.